Alright y'all, we got something a little different today. We got a package from Viribus Bikes. They sent me an e-bike. I think it's a mountain e-bike. So let's just dig into it and see what we got.
Special guest appearance.
Yes. Boom. We got a bike. It looks like, okay, maybe the rear wheel's already on. We just gotta put the front wheel on. The seat. Actually, easier than I even thought it was gonna be. Alright, we're getting it unpackaged here. We got all types of stuff. Got a little rear and front fender here. We got one more zip tie holding this on. Wheels off. You got the frame of the bike. I guess we have to mount up the battery. Obviously, this is a more budget e-bike. I think it was $600 right now. But it's got everything you need here. We got like a headlight, a tail light. Here's your handlebars. We got the tools and the hardware and the pedals, everything you need. So I'm gonna start assembling this and we'll check it out when it's put together. Oh.
Alright guys, it's been a few weeks since the last couple clips. I've actually been able to ride the bike for quite some time now. I've probably put like 50 or so miles on the bike. And I've been loving it so far. Now, first, before we get started really quick, I did want to go over just a few specs that I had right here before I forget. So motor power says 350 watts, wheel diameter 26 inch. It's got the speed sensor and a pedal assist. The battery type is a 48 volt rechargeable lithium. Waterproof rating IP65, max speed 20 miles an hour, estimated operational range 20 miles, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's got a pretty thorough instruction manual for when it comes in the box. You really just have to throw the wheels on and the handlebars and the battery on where there's already a mount for it. It's pretty simple. But yeah, how you start this thing up is, this is the main battery. This turns on the battery, so you turn that on. And then you can actually turn on your screen right here with this middle power button, and that'll blink on. It's a really nice clear display. This will tell you how many miles you've done on your trip, which is super cool. And it's got the miles per hour right there, as well as your battery. Now this 1 is going to be the power level, so you can go up to 2, and 3 is the highest power level. So we'll start off with 1 for when we first get going. But this thing is actually super powerful, I'm not going to lie. And the battery, I didn't charge it for the first couple weeks. Now, I was only riding it I'd ride a little loop around my house every once in a while, and then mostly just back and forth to the gym. And I didn't have to charge it for a week or two. Now, I really like the look of this thing, but I do have to say, and they kind of say this in the owner's manual, I saw it somewhere in either the product description or the owner's manual, something like that. It's not really rated for jumps and trails. Now, you can take this thing on light trails, I'd say, but nothing super crazy, and they didn't really advise jumping. But yeah, other than that, you got your front and rear brakes. You got gear shifters on both sides. Actually have, this fell off, I didn't mount it right, but you got your light right here, a little headlight, which is a button for it on the handlebar, and you also have a horn, which is pretty funny and pretty cool little feature they added there. You got a rear fender, so stuff isn't flinging up on your back. What else? That's about it. Kickstand. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, now I think we're about ready to take this thing for a ride. One little disclaimer, we definitely look at how big the bike is. It's not too small for me. I'm about 5'11", but I could see if you're a taller guy than me or taller person than me, it could maybe be a little bit too small for you. I would definitely say probably 5'11" or so and under for if you're looking at this bike. But yeah, we're going to start off on level 1. It's actually got this little throttle here, so you don't even have to pedal on this thing. You can just use throttle, and it's a little jerky off the start, but once you're moving, it's perfectly fine. Or you can just start pedaling and it'll assist. So let's get down to this trail over here that we rode to, and I'll try to demonstrate that. Oh, this is a big drop. Woo! Yeah, see, it handles stuff fine. It's just, it's a budget e-bike. Let's call it what it is. It's not going to replace your Specialized or your Giant or whatever Trek e-bikes tens of thousands of dollars. It's not gonna replace that, but it definitely has its own little market. So right now, boom, that was like the e-assist kicking in. I'm not giving it throttle or anything, but it's e-assisting, so I think if it's past about like 2-3 miles an hour, that e-assist kicks in. Now let's put it up to 2. Yeah, see, like we're going 13 miles an hour, kind of cooking right now. And this is just on 2. I'm telling you, dude, this thing really cooks. Like when you're going 20 miles an hour on this thing, it feels so much faster. Like we're just lightly pedaling. Super lightly pedaling, and we are absolutely cooking. We'll turn it up to 3 here in a minute. Okay, so this is just throttle, not pedaling at all. Looks like we're doing 18 miles an hour right now. Don't want to get too fast. Woo! So sick. So sick. And the battery actually lasts like longer than you might think for a budget e-bike. It's the battery life I've been pretty impressed with. So we're just pedaling, and then yep, you can just feel it kick in. Kind of, it's like, okay, you're working too hard. Let's kick in that e-assist. Just scooting along. All right, we got a lot of traffic right now. We'll turn it up to 3 when we get like a little straightaway. All right, let's turn it up to 3 for a second. We're at 3. Let's just use the throttle. Boom, I can feel her ripping. 19. All right, we got to turn. But yeah, it gets right up there at 20, and it cooks, especially if you get a downhill. It starts ripping. So overall, it's a mountain bike, but I think this is more suited towards someone who kind of wants to use this as a commuter, or if you like, this would be perfect at the beach or something, or if you live in a small town or city where you can get to stuff within a mile or 2 or even 3, then this would really be perfect for you. But I'd be lying if I said it took like the place of a very nice suspension and like a Trek or Giant or something like that e-bike. But yeah, then price point, I don't know, I haven't paid much attention to the e-bikes, but $600, that's about the cheapest that I've ever seen one. And I think it's a great price point for what you get. And overall, I'm super pleased with the bike. All right, well, that's about it for this little review and kind of first look at this. Viribus sent this out to me, so thank you guys for that. They didn't pay me or anything. They just sent the bike for me to test and see how I like, do a video on it. So appreciate them doing that. Pretty solid bike, like I said. Awesome for commuting and hitting trails like that, and maybe some light trails. It definitely rips. It's a fun bike to ride. I've been enjoying it. Only downfall I could think of really is maybe these brakes. I gotta pull them in a little bit more than I'd want to, but honestly, that's probably my fault. I could probably adjust this and make it a lot better and tighter. So that's probably honestly an easy fix. But if you guys are interested in this, check the link in my description. Again, thank you to them for sending this bike out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.